Hi, my name is Yinka and welcome to Nillion. In the first part of this series, we built the foundation of our privacy-preserving expense tracker. And in the second part, we're taking it a step further. We're integrating private LLM so you can actually talk with your expenses and get personalized insights, all while keeping your data fully private. Now, in this tutorial, we will learn how to integrate private LLMs into your existing expense app. We'll get to ask questions and get insights on our finances without exposing any of our raw data. And we'll also get to bring in a new level of interactivity and intelligence into our application. It's going to be super fun. Let's dive right in. All right, good. So I'll be showing you how to integrate private LLMs into your Next.js app. It could be this expense tracker, or it could be any Next.js app. So the first thing you want to do will be to install the Nillion AI TypeScript module. We can do that by running this npm command. And once that is done, we need to head over to Nillion to set up our Nillion AI monthly subscription. If you remember in our previous video, we needed to set up a NilDB monthly subscription. So to make use of Nillion's services, you need to have monthly subscriptions for both Nillion AI and NilDB. So to do that, you need your public key. If you don't have that, simply create a new one. Now, your public API key is obviously public and is safe to share, but ensure to keep your private API key private. Your private API key is what we will add to our env file, while your public API key will be used to set up your Nillion AI subscription. So I'm going to copy this and paste it here. So it's going to check for existing subscriptions. And once it's done, I'm going to go on ahead and subscribe to Nillion AI. Ensure you have your Kepler wallet installed and set up for this. So I will approve the transaction. If you don't have any Nillion, you can head over to the testnet file set to get some testnet tokens. All of the links will be made available in the description. All right, cool. Our Nillion AI subscription has been activated. So now that we have an active Nillion AI subscription, the next thing we need to do is to build out our routes.ts file. This is our API backend for our chat interface. So we've already built out the UI. We just need to integrate the chat LLM interface and get everything up and running. So this is a simple routes.ts file. It is very familiar if you've had to carry out any OpenAI integration into a Next.js app. So obviously there are a few differences. We will be importing a few classes from our Nillion AI TypeScript module. We'll initialize the client. We'll create a variable for our API key. So this creates a new instance of our Nillion AI OpenAI client. And then we write a simple post request that takes our message and sends it to the model. Let me show you how it works. So there are a couple of things we can do with our expense assistant. We can ask what is our biggest spending category? How much did we spend on food this month? You can ask it to show you your spending trends and give you budgeting advice. So let's start with asking our assistant to give us some budgeting advice. So what is happening is we're feeding the assistant with all of the context of our expenses. So our assistant is aware that we've spent $10 on Twitter Blue, we bought a Vision Pro, and we bought an Osmo Pocket 3. So once it has all of that context, it's able to help us make, smarter financial decisions, if you will. So from here, it's saying based on your expense data, it is clear that you have a significant spending pattern in the shopping category with two large expenses totaling $6,500. This accounts for approximately 64% of your total expense. So it takes all of that context and provides us with as many useful information as it can. Obviously, the more verbose our expenses get, the harder it is to track what goes where. And our system can help us speed things up. As a developer, we can make a few modifications to the chatbot. We have a set of guidelines here that sort of informs the chatbot on what it should do and what it can and cannot do. So our initial system prompt tells the chatbot that you're a helpful financial assistant analyzing expense data. If you have specific instructions, you can be sure to add them here. And if you want to make modifications to the guidelines, you can do that here. So right here from line 124, we have these suggested questions, essentially these questions right here. If you want to make modifications to this, feel free to add or take away whatever you think would be helpful to the user. So that is it. This is how we integrate private AI into our private expense tracker. All right, awesome work. We have successfully integrated private LLM's capabilities into our expense tracker app. Quick recap. We learned how to integrate private LLMs into our already existing expense tracker app. So we asked questions, we got insights, and all of this happened while maintaining absolute privacy. If you have any questions, please make sure to join our Discord and follow us on Twitter at BuildOnNillion for any help and support. Thanks for watching, and I cannot wait to see what you build next. See you soon.